take it as you are just listening to a story. Yeah. Okay. And Shui and Milo, just please let me know or WhatsApp me or just straight away call me, video call me, whatever. Let me know once I'm disconnected or somehow because I only have one monitor right now. I can't really see the Google Meet window now. Okay. So, hi everyone. So, yeah, I'm Ziren. You can just call me Yuan. I'm currently a data engineer at PPG Coatings. So, yeah, this is something about me. I study. I just graduated 3 months ago. I studied data engineering at UTM. I was the president of IROS during the 2021 and to 2022 session. I was also a lead at GDS UTN from 2020 to 2021. And I'm from Kedah. So if I'm Malaysian, I believe you know where is Kedah Arostar, right? And I have some working experience. And at this side here, you can see some of my contact point. Feel free to connect with me at my LinkedIn. But I'm not like active in LinkedIn, just so you know. Okay, but before I really start giving my talk, I think I need to give some list of some achievement, but not because I want to show off, but today talk is leveraging success, right? I think I need to somehow prove that I'm credible enough to give this talk. Okay, so but I'm not that. If you look at, if you really go out and find, those really successful guy, I'm not that successful in terms of competition. I only managed to won a few competition in my academic year. So this is some list of my achievement during my time. But not so important. What I want you guys to know is that why are you here, and I want to let you know how you can potentially maximize your 4 years in your university and what skill or things you should learn to be industrial ready, and some tips and advice that I wish I know when I started my uni life. Yeah. Okay. So, but let me guess about you guys. So you guys probably joined this talk because you guys want to join Eros, right? And you guys are probably still at the phase of what is Hyros, is there another Robocon or DSC, the joint competitions? I mean, maybe you are attracted to Eros because they are doing cool project and cool competition. Yeah. And during 2019, when I just come to UTM, I was just same like you guys. But you will probably think that my journey is like this. I come to UTM and join Eros, and become a data engineer at PPG. You think so? Okay, actually I'm a bit dramatic, I would say. My journey I would say is like simple. So I first started as a normal student at UTM. And to be honest, when I first come to UTM, I didn't want to like join any tech club. I just want to live a normal life. I just want to live a good uni life, like every weekend just go out with my classmate or friend, chill at the mama, have some McDonald's, I say. I never thought of joining tech club, doing competitions, doing internship, things like that. I just want to live a normal life. But just like you guys, I go to the unbox event. During my time, they didn't call it unbox event, but now they call it unbox UTM. So I will just say unbox UTM. That is all work on. I saw it's very cool. I was also attracted. I think wow, this club is so cool. I want to join it. I want to give it a try. So I joined the recruitment. I pay the money. I joined the recruitment. I start building the auto car. Guess what? I feel in the recruitment badly. I'll be honest. I feel I didn't even get my auto car working. I suck. I suck at doing the circuiting. I really suck at doing circuiting. Until right now, I'm still suck at doing circuiting. I feel in a very bad way. That again, I might be a bit dramatic during that time. I feel really bad about myself. I feel really bad. I feel really down for like 1 month. After I quit the recruitment, I feel really down because I can't even make the circuit. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you guys. Let's join Robocon. It's just my journey. Okay, actually the circuiting, actually now I go back. It's not that hard. Just during that time it was hard to me. Okay. I really down for 1 month, but then I came across Iros. That time Iros didn't have a booth at the Unbox UTM. So that time we not many people know Iros. Iros just started. Iros is a fresh new club. during 2019. So I saw this club. Hey, okay, I know that they are kind of new club. They're also doing competitions, hackathons, projects, things like that. I decided that okay, I'll give it one more try. I mean, I'm a bit pessimistic during the time. I don't know if I can succeed in the recruitment, but I just decided to give it a try. And I succeed. Yeah, that okay, that recruitment is another story. I mean, the IROS recruitment is another story. But then after I joined IROS, I didn't think of joining competition. I just joined IROS. I feel that I want to learn things. I try to learn. I mean, I don't feel that I'm that good enough to join competitions. I just want to learn things from here, try to do some projects, things like that. I didn't think of competition because competition is so stressful. I mean, before UTM, during my primary school and high school life, I'm not that kind of guy that really go out and do competition. I just like study for exams, go out with my friend. I'm just a normal guy, I would say. So I never thought of joining competition, such a stressful thing. Competition, you need to stress yourself, meet the deadline, meet the submission deadline, things like that. And then I saw the competition, I think that wow, the senior in the idols club, they won in many competitions, and I'm start to have this idea that maybe I can be like them. I can become something like them. I can also have some award, holding the mock check, taking picture, standing it on the, things like that. So I started joining competition, and by the time I start joining competition, it's also when COVID started. Yeah, COVID started. So in the next 1.5 year, I mean, after I joined IROS, we think that 1.5 years, I remember correct, just 1.5 year, just 1 year and around 6 to 7 months. I joined like I joined like 23 competitions or hackathons within that 1.5 years. I mean, it's like maybe the number doesn't look very high, but I would say it's quite intense. It's quite intense. I mean, you don't have to join that many. Trust me, you don't have to join that many. It's actually very intense. I mean, it's like the moment you finish a hackathon, then the next hackathon is coming. I mean, it's not like you don't get to rest a lot, and it's very stressful, I would say, because sometimes I have to handle 2 to 3 competitions simultaneously. It's like some of the competition has a longer timeline, which means that I need to do the ideation, do the proposal, build the product. I mean, build the competition product within that. I mean, multiple product within the same timeline, which is very stressful. And if you pay attention to the my achievement slide just now, then you know that actually I didn't win. I didn't win a lot. I just managed to win 7 awards, including that 7 awards. I managed to get into the top 10 or top 20 finalists or top 5 finalists for 14 competitions. So you can tell that I feel in many competitions, and I won't say it's a. I will say that it's not a good experience. I mean, I won't tell you that it's a good experience in the sense that for the sake of storytelling, I would say that you really feel bad. I mean, you really feel bad when you lose a competition because you put so much effort into it. You work days and night, try to come up with that proposal. Then you go in, you get nothing. You get nothing. All the time and effort you invested, you getting nothing. It feels very bad. But once you win, man, I can tell you that's the best feeling you can ever have in the world. One of the best feeling you can have in the world. Okay. But okay, I want to define my winning first. I mean, in IROS, we do define this way. You don't necessarily have to be the first place or champion to consider as winning. You get an award, then we say you are winning. Yeah. Then okay. So vice versa, you can also tell that. So for other competition, I get nothing. I mean, I'm not even finalist. I don't get any consolation award, things like that. I get nothing. After that 1.5 year, I decided to retire from competition. Like I say, I joined a lot of competitions and it really makes me feel tired, and I decided to take a break. So that's why I retired from competitions. And then at the same time, actually during my time, I started to see that Hey, I see a lot of people is doing internship during their summer break or summer break, so-called summer break. I see many people doing internships or part-time job to like enrich their portfolio, enrich their experience, which is like nice. I mean, you know why I feel that it's nice because you get to learn things while you get to earn some money. I mean, it's not. I mean, internship don't in Malaysia, internship don't really pay a lot of money, but at least you are learning things while you are getting money. It's great deal, right? So that's why I retired from competition and start doing some internship. I did some part-time job, did some internships. In the process, I would say I mean, before I get that part-time job or the internship, I feel a few interviews. I feel miserably. I feel very badly. I mean, I can't do the coding interview. I mean, because the coding interview is like on the spot, you have to solve the things. You have to solve the coding question on the spot while there are people watching you. I mean, although that time is COVID, it's just an online interview, but you have to share a screen while that the interviewer will look at your screen. You have to code. You have to code at their supervision. Yeah. So it's quite intense. I mean, at first that's why I feel a few times, but eventually I get some part-time job. I get some internship, and yeah, finally I'm here. I'm working as at PPG. Okay, you may not know what is PPG, but I can tell it's a very big company. It's a very big company, I would say. But okay, I'm not encouraging people to come to PPG. I mean, you may not know PPG, but you can Google it now or you can search it. It's quite a big American 100 years old company. Yeah. Okay. So the purpose I share this story, maybe you don't still see the point that I'm sharing this story. But what I want you to learn from my story is that I want you to start doing things. I know quite many of you here are just first year or second years or even third year is also fine. Even your fourth year is also fine. Just start doing something. I mean, just start doing. I mean, I'm not telling you you must try competition, you must do internship. But if you want to, this is what I believe in. If you want to if you want to achieve something, you define yourself what you want to achieve. If you want to achieve something, you got to take a step forward, step out of the comfort zone, and start doing something by yourself. It can be like in your case, you can join competition. You may not need to join competition. You can just do internship. I mean, if you don't like that kind of stressful thing and you prefer doing internship, yeah, sure. Start thinking, start building a resume, start building your portfolio, and send out your application. Get yourself an internship in your coming semblate. Or you also may not need to do internship. You can build your own project. There's a lot of platform that you can build your own project that maybe I can share later. If you're interested to data science, there's like Kaggle, which you can like go in there, take a data set, start doing analysis, try to learn things from here. My point is give it a try. Give it a try the things that you want to do. In your uni years, in the next 4 years, you will get to expose to many things. I'm from Kedah, I mean I would say that when I come to UTM, I get a lot of culture shock. I mean, I'm amazed by the things that we can do here in uni compared to what I can do in my secondary or high school. So leverage this opportunity and give things a try. No matter what you want to do, give it a try. Make sure the next 4 year you spend in UTM is fruitful, it's wonderful. You learn something and you feel that it's valuable. Because I believe that the outcome of every experience is transferable. What I mean by is that okay, the Robocon experience. Okay, maybe I mean this is where I can dive into my IROS recruitment story a bit. I get okay. Before that, I want to apologize. Maybe you don't see a lot of pictures because again, I was in the COVID era, which a lot of things in virtual, so I didn't took much photo. So sorry that I don't have much photo that I can put here. This slide might be a bit boring. Okay, back to the topic. why I encourage you guys to take a step forward, go and try things, because I believe that the outcome of every experience is transferable. No matter how insignificant it looks like or how disconnected this thing and that thing is, the experience is definitely transferable. From the Robocon experience, I'll be honest, it really gave me the motivation and the determination to get into IROS. When I first joined IROS, I mean, in the recruitment, inside their room, they told me that, okay, you need to figure out something IoT, some IoT project with your teammate within the 1 month. Okay, by that time, you know what? I only know C++. I mean, I learned C++ from the UTM lecture class. And what I mean by I know C++ is I can only like do some problem solving inside. I mean, print hello world, things like that, or do some if you're checking, those kind of thing only by that time. And now they want IoT. They want, and my team want to do a web apps that is connected to some sensor that will display the sensor data in the web apps website. Okay. I mean, I'm the only computer science student in my team, in my IROS recruitment team. I mean, the team that I get assigned to during the IROS recruitment. So my teammates, they are all from FKE. So they are all from electrical engineering faculty. So they will do the hardware part. They will definitely do the hardware part. What I do, well, they let me do the software part. I mean, I'm so happy to do that. But by the time, I don't know anything about website development. That 1 month time, I don't know anything. But I told myself, hey, I don't want to suffer another fail. I don't want to have another miserable feel like in Robocon. I don't want to experience that again. So I told myself, okay, no matter how, I'm going to learn that. So that's why I start Google. I mean, that time I don't have GPT yet. Oh, I start Google thing. I know that, okay, since I need something called PHP as SQL. So I wait. I hear that there's a oh, okay. Sorry. Back to the topic. Okay, so by the time I don't know anything. I just you Google it. I know that, oh, I need to build web apps. These are the tools I can use: PHP, SQL, SQL, HTML, CSS. I don't even know what is SQL and what is PHP, man. I know HTML and CSS. I do know a bit. And then I start learning. I start learning it. I mean, I told I keep on watching the YouTube video, keep doing it. Although I don't really know what am I doing. To be honest, I don't really know what is the code that I'm building. But eventually I start to get the idea a bit. I start to slowly get the hangs of it. And by the last 2 weeks, I managed to came up with the web apps, and I'm able to connect it to the hardware my teammate came up with. Is able to display the data, and that's how I get into IROS. And during the IROS and our club, I get to improve my language and communication and pitching skill. I'm not such a talkative guy that you guys might think I am. I'm a bit I am talkative to my friends, to my family, to the people I'm close with. But if you want me to speak to strangers like this, I was not that kind of guy during that time. But joining Arrows, the coaching, the training provided by the senior and our crowd advisor, it improved my communication and pitching skill. Pitching skill is basically means presentation skill. Yeah. And from there, I mean, that's why I decided to join competitions. Because the competition that we can join hackathons, you definitely can't avoid meeting new people. I mean, like now if you go join hackathon, some hackathon require you to team up with strangers that you just met. You don't know them. So that require a communication skill. And in some case, maybe you join a group that no one can do a presentation, no one can do a pitching. You have to do the pitching. And that's why the experience from IELTS helped me to gather the courage to join the competition. Joining a competition, I gain more skill. It's like I repeat the IELTS recruitment process. I know that, oh, this hackathon I need to build that things. I need to build a mobile apps. I didn't build a mobile apps before. I need to learn it. So I go and learn it. And in the process also, I start to like tackle into the business thing. Because hackathon, you always need to link your software product or hardware product to a business idea. So I start to like tackle into the business area. I start to have came up with my own business idea. And in the process, I get to validate my business idea. And this is also where I kind of not fall in love, but start to have interest on starting my own company. Okay, but keep the story aside first. Keep the company story aside first. Okay, back to that. Well, for the competition that I managed to win, it actually helped me in my job interview. How? Because I can use the project I built in that competition as the portfolio for my job interview. I do remember there's one time I interviewed a famous computer vision company in Penang. I know I probably some of you guys you already know what company that is. So they asked me what kind of AI project I have. Hey, I have because in previous competition I did build some AI computer vision things, like face recognition things. Yeah, I can use that. I present it. They like it. They do offer me an internship position, but I declined it because I decided to do internship at my current company. And while from my part-time internship, yeah, it also helped me get my current job, especially in coding interview. Yeah, I mean, my current company, they also have a live coding interview session, which they will like call in the virtual interview, and they will send you a question, and they will ask you to share your screen. You have to code. You have to code again under their supervision. Yeah, actually doing my part-time internship, those experience helped me to gather enough job interview experience. Also, it also gathered me more job experience that helped me impress my current manager, current superior, and it helped me get my current job. So, okay, so you get my idea. What I'm trying to say is the outcome of every experience, everything you learn is transferable to the next thing you want to do, no matter how disconnected it may look like. It's actually interconnected. You can always bring it to the next thing you want to do. So let's do it again. So you ask me which experience is responsible for my current networking or soft skill or tech skill or achievement or portfolio. I think it's the local experience for the tech skill, the IROS for the networking, the completion for the soft skill. No, it's all of it. All of it is contributing to everything that I have right now. Yeah, TechCraft had, yeah, these are a few photos that I have. That's my networking. I did some workshop, moderated some talks. Yeah, and these are all the tools that I'm quite confident to tell that I am proficient at. I mean, I consider myself proficient at. Maybe, maybe some of you guys are more pro in this tool than me. Yeah. Okay. So again, start thinking what you want to do. Start thinking that what you can do, what you are interested at. Start, trying IROS. Yeah, is a start. Or find an internship. You start. Take a Udemy course. I mean, go and find a course on YouTube or Udemy course and start learning it. It's a good start. Start doing things. Yeah. So next, what skill or thing you should learn? Okay. So originally I thought of mentioning a few programming language or skill that or software that you can learn. But I think that okay, tools and tools and software it will keep changing. Why? Because maybe we wake up, maybe the next day we wake up, you will see people came up with a new framework, new language. And you don't know, right? I mean, so the key to be industrial ready, if you ask me, is not about what tools you learn. I mean, it is in some aspect, but in the core idea, you need to have the attitude, the mindset. I would say the attitude and the mindset. And the first thing is you got to step out of the comfort zone. You see, you didn't think of joining tech club. Didn't think of joining competitions, didn't think of doing part-time internship. Will I be who I am today? I don't think so. I mean, I might still be successful in your definition, but I definitely won't be who I am today. So try to like think of the thing that you always want to try, but you are not there to do it. Do it. Just go ahead and do it. That's self-learning. Okay, next thing is definitely you need to be able to do self-learning. I mean, I'm not joking. I mean, you can't always expect someone to come and teach you. I mean, you can always expect someone come and teach you, but in the sense that you have to go find that someone that's willing to teach you. I mean, you can't just sit here waiting for someone to magically appear, come and teach you things. You can't do that. You have to wait. You have to come. You have to go and find them, or you have to learn yourself. So keep learning new skill and don't stop. I mean, the moment you stop, you're definitely gonna uh, get lost. I mean, you guys get what I mean. Sorry, I kind of like running out of words. But what I mean by learning, not just programming or test skill, but everything, especially including your mistake and failure. No matter you are doing a startup or a corporate job. Why I say that? You see this school competition I highlight. Okay, for this ASEAN Data Science Explorer, I only managed to get the top 10 finalists. And for this one, this datathon, okay, this datathon might not be a big competition. It's just a university level competition, I would say. But I'll be honest, when I do this competition, I think of many mistakes I did. I mean, many mistakes I did in this competition, in this ASEAN Data Science Explorer competition. And I remind myself I don't want to repeat those mistakes again while I do this competition. And yeah, and luckily I managed to win this. You might say I'm just being lucky this time, but definitely my mistake experience from this competition definitely helped me. I can definitely tell you that. Same, this instructor hackathon. This instructor hackathon is like I during that time I feel a lot of I mean I'm in a losing streak. I already lost like 8 competition if I'm not mistaken by that time. And then instructor hackathon, I tell my friend, okay, give it one more try, give it one last try before I retire. Let's give it one more try. And then yeah, in the process again, I start thinking back. I start to thinking back all the mistake, or I mean all the reason I lose the competition. I mean I lose the previous competition. I start to think about all the reasons. And then, I figure out, okay, let's avoid this, let's avoid that, let's avoid making that mistake, those mistakes that I already made. And then yeah, I came out with a I would say I mean until now I still think it's a pretty good idea in this hackathon, and I have won the third place. And the last award I won during my university time is this student award. This student award actually just I just need to submit application, write an essay, try to convince them that I'm an active student in tech related things. Yeah, and this is where I mentioned that I joined ROS, I joined DSC, I did many competitions, I did a lot of internships, and yeah, I managed to get the third place. And for info, the first place, the first place guy, the Oscar Ling Fang Jack, is my senior in IROS. He's a legend. Basically, he's a legend. He's a legend. Is all I can say. I mean, his story cannot finish within one day, but he's a legend. He won way more competition than me. He's also my mentor, I would say, during my university time. But let's keep his story aside, just so you know. Okay, sorry. So, I'm trying to use this to relate to the importance of learning from a mistake. I mean, you have to. We don't like just make a mistake, then we just like forget it, move on. No, we don't just move on from mistake. We move on, but we take something from that mistake. Okay. Next thing is, yeah, this one I definitely find it's helpful. Pitching and presentation and communication. You really need to know how to present and communicate your idea to express your thoughts. You don't really have to have a 100 perfect English. Trust me. Like now I'm speaking broken English, but I'm still speaking loudly and confidently to you. Yeah. My point is you have to be able to pitch and present. No matter what language it is, you have to be confident to do it. Why? Because I mean, for example, in my case, it really helps me in my interview. I mean, I don't really feel that. I mean, I didn't really feel that during that time, but I did a few interviews, and the interviewer would tell me that they are impressed by the way that I communicate with them because they always thought programmer is like nerdy. Okay, to be honest, I consider myself nerdy. Okay, but they say that they thought programmers are very nerdy or shy, don't want to talk, don't want don't talk a lot, and they are impressed by I'm very talkative. I'm very able to express my own idea and thoughts. So I would say it really helped me to give a good impression to my interviewer and help me getting some of the offer. And next is if you are considering doing your own startup, your own business, you definitely need your presentation skill because now if you want to like start a company, you have to present your business idea right, or even if you are doing hackathon. And I would say that in a lot of time, many people have a good product, but they don't know how to present it, and that's why they lose the opportunity. And so did I, because I suck at presentation. I think that actually a lot of time that if I make my presentation better, I think that I'm going to win that competition or win the opportunity. So yeah, definitely train your own pitching or presentation skill, or at least communication skill. Last thing is never give up, but not that kind of never give up. No, it's like I'm not telling you to. If you feel keep trying it, keep trying it. No, you have to. Again, you have to learn from why you feel, and then change your method from there. I mean, improve your method from there. Don't just like keep trying it with the same method. Probably you guys already heard this kind of thing thousand times from the internet or social media, but this is really it. I mean, sometimes sometimes you already forgot, you already forgot, or you already become so obsessive. I would say obsessed with something. You can't see that actually you are repeating the same mistake. Sometimes you will, and that's what I experienced. So, no, always like if you make a mistake, take a step back, look at the mistake you did, try to analyze it, try to analyze what is the root cause you are making this mistake, and learn from there. Okay, finally, some tips and advice. Plan your free time. Definitely. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to dedicate all your weekend, all your free time just to hustle, be your startup, taking courses, join competition. No, you don't have to do that. But also don't 100% dedicate your time to uh, doing fun things. I mean, you can do fun things, but make sure that fun things also help you create. I mean, it's also creating something meaningful to you or to everyone. You get my point because um, this is how I answer my job interview. I mean, when someone asks me that, when someone asks me what is my strength, I will really tell them that my strength is I'm willing to. Sorry, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I mean, during job interview, when the interviewer asks me what is my strength, I'll just tell them that my strength is I'm willing to spend some of my free time to learn something new. I mean, like maybe, for example, my company is using some software that I'm not familiar with, and they don't have time to provide me training. It's okay. I'll take some of my free time to learn the software because I know that it'll be good for me, also good for my company. Yep. But this is just an example. I'm not saying you must plan your free time this way. But what I'm saying is use your free time to do something, not just like playing games. I mean, if playing games help you generate something meaningful, yeah, go ahead. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. Plan your free time well. Do something that you feel that you'll be meaningful, you'll be helpful to your future. And next, build yourself a portfolio. Portfolio, what I mean by portfolio, I will show later. Portfolio really help me. I mean, imagine that you go into interview, you have nothing, just yourself, and the interviewer is going to ask you the famous classic question: tell me about yourself. I mean, yeah, you can just tell him about yourself, tell him or her about yourself. But isn't it better that you have a slide or something that you can show them in the meantime, like this? Yeah, I recycle. Yeah, this is my slide that I use to present every time when the interviewer asks me to tell me about myself. I present this slide. Then because human are human really rely on our vision, and when they see something, they will have more. They you will leave a stronger impression in their thoughts. Another portfolio you can do is build yourself a website, something like this. Something like this. You can build yourself a website that lists out the things you did. Like I will use my website to list out the jobs I did, the education I have, some of my achievement, things like that. Or at least use your LinkedIn. Try to start putting things on your LinkedIn. Or you can at least have this thing, which I call it a record of history thing. I will write down everything. I don't care how long it is. I mean, I might or might not send it to my job for my job application, but most of the time I will send it including in my job application. I don't know if the job interviewer has checked on it, but I just send it for them to see. I detail everything I did, the school I went to, the language I know, the internship experience, and the things I did in my internship or jobs. The project I did, yeah, the skill and experience I know, the course I took, the certificates I have, things like that. You can also have something like this. Yeah. So yeah. So basically that's all I can share. I mean, if you guys want to know what software or technical things, feel free to ask me. I mean, I can also answer that. But I feel that this is really what I want to share with you guys. I hope you guys can know and take this in mind when you move. I mean, in your next 4 year. That's all from me. I will hand over back to Shay and Mino.
All right. Um, Thanks a lot to our Syrian presenter for today. And from on behalf of Eros, we would like to thank Mr. Syrian for sparing his time, despite during his working hours, to share his
Yeah.
experience and journey across his student years that actually helped him to leverage as the person he is today. So maybe just like Syrian, he just said, just go ahead and try it. Why not? Who's going to stop you? No one's going to stop you.
Sure.
So if you think something is right, something you want to do, just go ahead and try it. If you fail it, you learn from it and then pick it up and try again. So that's a really good advice. And thanks, Suyan, for sharing it. And by engaging yourself in competition or projects and so on, you will gain like valuable assets, skills, and experience which will help your future self or when you want to apply for a job and also build your character. And yeah, before we end our session, we would like to proceed with Q&A session. So for this, I would like to request our below participants to share your questions in the chat box. We will give like around 1 to 2 minutes for you guys to share, and Mr. Suyan will be answering those questions. And after that, we'll be proceeding with photography session. All right, so let's begin the Q&A session.
Feel free to ask question I want. I mean, if you want to know tech things or maybe if you're interested about data engineer or data scientist thing, yeah, you can ask also. I mean, I can answer that.
Maybe while we wait for others to ask the question, I got some questions prepared.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So I think this one might be very common and running around in others' minds. How do you actually manage your time as a student who is studying your course and also joining all these competitions?
Okay, that's a seriously good question. I mean, I'm not saying this for the sake of just saying, because I'll be honest, it will be a very big challenge that you have to juggling between your academic, your extracurricular. Like currently, I'm trying to juggling between my part-time part-time thing and my full-time job. It's definitely will be very challenging, but you okay. What my advice is, don't be too greedy at your first time. I mean, just take one step by one step. Try to find the balance between it first. I mean, if you feel that you are more capable of having more, then go ahead. I mean, don't do something that's over your over your ability at time, because you will get burnout. You will get so stressed. You will get burnout, and you are unable to do anything. But okay, this is my first advice. The next thing is, okay, how do you find the balance? Okay, I would really say that it's also like kind of linked to the self-learning thing. You have to plan your time nicely. I mean, after I get my full-time job, it really hits me again that we don't get to like do every. I mean, finish that one thing in one go. I mean, it's really not that easy. I mean, it's like I don't get to like do my job from the moment I start my job. I don't get to. I mean, I don't get to focus my job entirely. Not. I'm not saying that I'm not I'm not paying attention to my job, but it's like you have other commitment in your life. It's like I need to fetch my family member. I do my coding halfway when I'm in the in the mood like I really can figure out a nice solution. Then halfway, the time is here. I need to go out and fetch my family member and come back and shit. I forgot I forgot what what was my idea already. I mean, that happens to me a lot. I mean, that happens. I mean, you just have to get used to it. Just know in mind that this kind of thing is going to be more. I mean, this might be a bit pessimist to say, but as we grow up, you're not just having academic and extracurricular things. You also have your own life. Imagine you have your own, after you have your own family, you also have to handle that. So striking the balance is always a question. You will always have to think about it. I used to thought that, okay, I found the perfect balance already, but then suddenly a thing happen, my balance is destroyed completely. It happens. It always happen. But the point is, you always adapt yourself. You always adapt yourself. You always try to find the balance. You always try to see what's the thing that you can improve. Like you figure out that maybe, okay, maybe I can do this first, or next time, okay, I found that maybe I don't do this thing first. Next time I wake up morning, I do that thing first. I do maybe, okay, let's say you want to study first. Okay, you decide, okay, you wake up earlier, you study first, then maybe uh then you go and do your own things. After you do your own things, you do that, do thing. It's like also like kind of like time management. But my advice is, okay, let me summarize my advice. First, first, just keep in mind that this kind of balance, you always is in the process of achieving balance, because your life is constantly changing and planning can't keep up with the changing. So just keep in mind that. Next is just try to do your best. Try to do your best, and don't discourage yourself that when you can't do that. I mean, just so you know. And lastly, take one step by one step forward. Don't do too much thing in at the first time. Okay? Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot for answering the question. And all right, I think okay. Someone asked a question in the chat box.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
so
yeah, thanks. I think I'll read out the question. So what tools do you usually use to learn programming, like web development or software? Okay. For this one, actually I share with my Eros Junior a lot. Is that first you have to figure out what kind of person you are. I mean, what kind of person you are is what kind of material you prefer to use. I mean, some person prefer watching videos, some person prefer reading, you know. Okay. And okay, let's say okay, even after you decided that you prefer watching video, you have to find again. I mean, like what kind of video is suitable. Okay, but before that, okay, let me share with you what software I use. I normally use Udemy. I mean, Udemy is quite cheap for some time. I mean, not always, but most of the time I will use YouTube, and you know, just always go and Google. I believe you can find a lot of free courses that you can take. While those free courses is also very high quality. Okay, back to the things I want to say. After you decided that maybe you are the video type of guys, okay, don't just watch one video. Okay, sometimes you just, I mean, okay, if you can understand the topic, let's say you want to learn JavaScript, let's say you want to learn JavaScript, okay, and if you can understand everything in that one video, okay, maybe that video, that YouTuber, let's say you use YouTube, that YouTuber is suitable to you. His teaching technique is great for you, but sometimes you don't understand the thing. You don't understand the thing you say even after you watch a few times, and a lot of time it's not because you don't get it, but it's because that maybe that person is teaching technique is not suitable for you. That's why I always encourage my unit, try to watch a different video. Maybe you will understand. Maybe you will find that it's easier to understand by other people explanation. So uh yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't just like rely on one software or rely on one YouTube channel or one courses to learn everything. Because sometimes that explanation is just not suitable for you. Just keep in mind. Sometimes it's not you, it's the explanation you get is not suitable for you to understand that topic. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the answer. And I think okay. Yep. Since there's no more question, maybe I can ask one more question. It's fine.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Since you have played a role as GDSC lead and also the president of Eros, is there any significant experience that you think has been valuable to you until this time from playing that role?
Mm, I would say it's really the management kind of thing. It's like you need to learn how to manage a crowd. That really, yeah, that's a good advice. The Net Ninja on YouTube is a good channel. I also watch a lot. Okay, back to the question. Uh, yeah, it's like I think the most valuable experience is from the management. It's like how to manage a club. Okay, I don't think I. Okay, to be honest, I always feel sorry to my junior in both club because I don't think I'm a good president. I don't think I'm good president enough for them. But that process, I learned a lot of things that really helped me. Is that you learn how to communicate with people, you learn how to manage the event, how to do everything. And why I say it's valuable because trust me, when you go to the real world job, programmer job, I would say the coding things, the programming time, maybe just maximum just 40% that you are doing actual coding. Why? Because maybe you have 20% you are preparing the documentation. You have to prepare, list out, you have to do the documentations for a company. Another 20% you are spending time in meeting. You're spending time in meeting to discuss things with your colleague. And maybe you also have another 20% you are doing things like not related to the job scope. I mean not that it's not good. I mean that because it's a company, there are other things that they need to do, not just programming. So you might also need to handle other things. So I would say that not just joining club, the most valuable thing is that it really helps me know how to do the club management, how to run something, which I can leverage while in my current job or other company. Yeah.
All right. Oh, there's one more question in the chat box. Is it fine?
Yeah, fine, totally. There's so much interesting thing to learn. Do you have any advice on how and what to prioritize in learning journey? Okay, this come back to my philosophy is that uh, first you think of yourself that whether do you have an interest. If you have an interest, then just focus on the interest. I mean, if you want to do robotic, then just learn robotic things. And if you want to do AI, then just learn AI. I mean, and if you are like me, okay, okay, I think this kind of question is more like people like me. I find everything interesting. I find everything interesting. Just pick something. Don't think too much. Just pick something and learn first. Even if you are interested to many things, list out everything of it. Find the one that you really want to learn first and learn it. But the process of learning, I would say the process of journey learning for me is like this. At first, I'm really interested to AI and machine learning. I first ventured into AI and machine learning, but then I can't understand things. I can't understand things. It's like I'm looking at the TensorFlow code. I don't get the idea. I really don't get the idea. So I revert back to learning web apps, which is the next thing I'm interested at. After learning web apps, hey, I find it easier. I get it. I build a web apps. Then I come back to learn machine learning. Okay, I get it. Hey, actually this is just calling an API. You would think like, oh, why you didn't get it that time? Actually, it's just calling some API just to fetch something. Why I find it so complicated during that time? So the process of learning is like this. To me, this is how I learn things. First, you find the thing that you're most interested at. You try to learn it. You find it too difficult. Okay, the next thing you can do is try to look at is there any easier version things that you can learn or some other things that you can explore first because you can you will definitely somehow find that it's connected. The example I gave just now, the machine learning and the web apps example, is a true example. After I learned the web apps, I built a web app, I realized that okay, that thing is just called it API. Why I find it so complicated. Yeah. Okay. We still have a few more questions, so I try to answer it. How do you avoid the trap of using tools like ChatGPT and GitHub Pilot, which, in my opinion, destroy our ability in improving our code skills? Okay, I don't think ChatGPT is bad. I mean, I also use ChatGPT a lot. I will be honest, doing my full-time job, I also do ChatGPT a lot. But no, I get what you mean. Yeah, it's always better that you are able to code everything yourself. It's always better. I'm not saying that it's not. It don't give you any advantage, but the tools is there is for a reason. It helps us. I mean, the essential, the core things of coding is your problem-solving skill. It's not the language. It's not the syntax. It's do you know how to solve the problem? Okay, let's say Adam, I call it Adam. Okay, so Adam, there's a lot of like I believe you know about leak code or competitive programming or coding interview question. Okay, if you ask me those things, it doesn't matter what language you use, what tools you use. What is important is do you know the concept? Do you know the concept of the algorithm? Can you apply it? If you can apply it, okay, to be honest, what tools, what language you use doesn't really matter. What is important is you can solve it. So my opinion is ChatGPT. Yeah, it's great. I mean, use it. Important is you know how to solve your problem. But I think I didn't answer it, so maybe I add on a bit. Okay, so how do I avoid the trap? Actually, how I avoid the trap. I mean, at least to me, this is how I avoid the trap is that while I do lead code, I mean, I will practice lead code from time to time. I will practice the coding interview question from time to time. I don't do ChatGPT. I don't Google. I try to. I mean, I do Google. I mean, when it's a new algorithm I don't understand, I try to learn it. But I don't ask ChatGPT to print out the whole code for me and I just copy and paste and run it. No, I don't do that. Maybe I will use ChatGPT to do what which I do very often now. I find this algorithm, I don't know what this algorithm is. The YouTube video also explained it in a very funny way that I don't get it. I asked ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, can you explain this algorithm to me? And possible try to give me some simple example. and this is how I learn things nowadays. Actually, I use ChatGPT a lot in learning new things. But Lute might sometimes ChatGPT might be wrong lah. Uh, so yeah, and I think that's how I avoid the trap. Last question. What motivates you to keep going on improving yourself in your journey? I think you have to find what is your big goal, what is your final goal. I mean, this final goal might change. I mean, I call it final goal. It's not the main sense. You want to say you cannot change it. The final goal is that what you really want to achieve in your life. I mean, like in my sense, I'll be honest. I want to earn money. I was just straight honest that I want to make money. I want to make more money because I want to have a good life for me and also for my family. I want to help them to have a good life. That's why I want to make money. So if does that motivate you? If that motivates you, then we will keep on improving because you already keep on thinking. Yeah. Is someone raising hand? Okay. So find what really motivate you. I'm not saying you do have to be like me, so money motivated. You can be like you want to build apps that help everyone in doing something. Then go ahead do that. Maybe you want to found a company that uh is a global level company. Then go ahead and do that. Me, my ultimate goal. I mean, even if I want to build a company, build a business, my ultimate goal is my final goal is make some more money, help me and my family have a good life. That's it, and that's what motivates me keep on improving. Right. Okay, I think can we answer that? I think I will take that as the last question. How can I? Okay, this last question I'm more interested toward data science. So how can I more to? Okay, I think what you can do is try to like first you can do is like what I say just now, plan your free time, try to learn Python or R language, and you can go to this website Kaggle or other platform. Try to try to learn from there. I mean, okay, but when you go into Kaggle through Take in Mind, it might be a bit challenging for newbie. I mean, I was also overwhelmed when I first enter the world of Kaggle. Yeah, maybe you can try YouTube first. Try to like learn how to use Python. Then in YouTube you can search data science beginner project, something like this, and try to follow it. Just follow it. Don't stress about it. Don't stress that it's not what you code yourself. Just follow it. Try to understand how they do their project, and eventually get an idea. Try to build your own project, or go join competitions or hackathons, or go do internships. I mean, trust me, you can get internship. You can get computer science or data science related internship, even if you are from electronic mechatronic. You can definitely do that, but provided that you have to build a resume and you have to convince them that why you can do the internship. Yeah. But so the way is to convince them you can get the internship is start learning Python, start learning the tools, start building some projects, and if you have time and if you want to do that, you can join some competitions to further convince people that you are really the guy that can do data science thing. Yeah, and build a resume and portfolio and send it out to apply it. I will encourage you to try some startup or some. I'm not saying you can't try big company, but because most of the time startup is more open-minded. They are more open-minded. They are more willing to let you try it. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all the question. Yeah.
All
Back
right.
to you.
All right. Thank you for answering all the questions. And as I said, before we end, let's do a photography session. So let's take 1 minute. I would like to request for you guys to open up your cameras. All right. 1 minute, and then we'll do photography.
Don't be shy, guys. At least let me know who was I talking to. I see some of our juniors inside the ILOS lab. I haven't been there for like years, man.
All right, I think we can start the photography on the count of three. Three, two, one. Say cheese. All right, free pose, free pose. All right, three, two, one. All right, I
Right.
think we are done for the day. Again, thanks a lot, Mr. Sze Yuan. Thanks for sharing your experience. And
Yep.
I think we can wrap up for the day.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time, and hope to see you guys again. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Okay. I'm going to sign off. See you guys. Bye.
All right, see you.
Bye.